Hey everybody, I know we've been talking a lot about what's coming next with Logic, and I think we got one of our answers yesterday with this press release from Apple. And then you may or may not have seen some buzz about this on the web, but this is kind of a big deal, and I think it lines up exactly with some of the things I've been saying, and it even expands in it in different directions that I didn't know was coming, obviously. So this is for GarageBand iOS and iPadOS. This isn't for GarageBand on your computer. It's not for Logic. It's just for this iOS thing. And what we have are all these new sound packs from Dua Lipa, Lady Gaga, and today's top music producers. That's the title. And I just started looking through this. I've got my phone here, and it's interesting. I think that this is really positive, and even though it sometimes feels like, man, we're pushing all this into GarageBand, iOS, or iPadOS, it feels a little bit like Logic takes a back seat sometimes. But then I think, this is great. This is going to be beta tested on the mobile, and then when it's ready, it'll be put into Logic. But it's probably going to be put in pretty quickly here. So what we have, and you can go through this press release, but what we have, I'm going to go to my phone now. You just have to have the latest version, and it shows up inside the sound library. And we have these main things across the top. There's 2 remix sessions and a producer pack with Mark Ronson. And then we have all of these artist and producer packs down below. And I actually have tried a few things with this. I tried creating a project on iOS, and then you can export those into Logic. And I thought maybe Logic would download them and have some luck that way, but it doesn't work. They just say they're missing. But any one of these, you can click on. You can see over here it says more than 240 Apple loops, 4 drum kit and beat sequencer kits, over 10 keyboard patches, and 1 live loops grid. So let's get that. Once it's down, then I can come over into different places like the keyboard, and you'll see the boys noise here. Here are the different patches. And let's come back out. Drums. You can see we have 4 different kits here. So we have all these new sounds coming from these people. I will say the remix options are a little different than just sound packs. Although for me, the sound packs are more interesting. So let's click on the remix session. And you can see the other ones have one of those as well. Let's close and reveal. There it is. So it says on here, this song is provided to GarageBand users in live loops format for personal and non-commercial purposes only, and may not be used or distributed outside the GarageBand app without the explicit prior written consent of the copyright owners. Okay, cool. But if you're wondering, what's the big deal with live loops? This is a great time to explore and see how they're being used here. And so I think it's a really cool opportunity to see those individual pieces. And again, so let's go back out to the other song I had started here. Let's we looked at keyboards, looked at the drums. I'm going the wrong way around the corner here. If, for instance, one of these has the live loops grid, then we can always come in here and we'll see what they look like over there. So we have, and it becomes a really cool way to explore some of the sounds that you have access to now in those producer packs. The last thing, we have the loops. And so you'll see them tagged by whichever artist you're pulling them in from. And so you can actually pull those into your projects as well. The loops we can use in Logic because we can bring those over in there. The instruments right now are not downloading, and so we can't as easily. I guess we could always use the auto sample feature to pull them over, but that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, and I think we're going to get them all eventually. So kind of a big deal. I mean, these are not like insignificant artists that are contributing to Apple here and to GarageBand. And I believe we're going to get this all in Logic. So if you want to mess around with it and see if there's sounds that you could use, then pull this up on your mobile device. If you're on Android, then what's wrong with you? I'm just kidding. But a great opportunity to get a peek into maybe the direction Apple's going. This feels a little bit in competition with something like Reason, which has all these new packs coming out regularly. And Apple says, oh, here, hold my beer for a second. Let's do this with Lady Gaga or Mark Ronson. And they're actually, there's some other multimedia stuff that you can get into with some of these and actually and do a little bit more learning in terms of what you're getting and how it's working. I'm going to be checking that out later tonight. Anyway, just wanted to give you this update and ponder on it a little bit, but I hope that this doesn't disappoint or freak you out. I hope that this is something that we all look forward to additional content, right? Check out the new patches. There's a lot of keys, a lot of percussion, and some live loop sessions to jumpstart the live loop stuff. I don't use live loop stuff, but that doesn't mean it's not right for everybody else. So definitely, if you're interested, check it out. Let me know what you think.